Press cross button.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you haven't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another new series, Watchdog Legions in this case. It's been, I guess, long awaited. So this is one interesting concept, in the one where like you're supposed to actually play through multiple characters. Supposedly you could control anyone, but who knows? Yeah, it's a little different start.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
We're actually gonna get right into it as I talk in. I played Watch Dogs like when it originally came out, but I haven't played any of them since after, I guess you could say.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
So it's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what this has to offer. Actually, I never got to try Watch Dogs 2. I heard it was a lot better than the first one. I know the first one was a little like, I guess kind of like there was no character or protagonist development. How do I vault? Maybe I'm not supposed to crouch, huh? Oh, okay, this way. Oops. So I'm a little excited to see what's to come of this one. Hold on. It's kind of hard to like memorize new controls when you're playing different games at the same time. Hold L1. Aha. Back to these little mini puzzles. Sneaking around. If I could just take them down, why not? Oh. Not the most stealthiest approach. Oh, you could armor trap? That's a track. We should be fine. Oh, he's tagging. What's going on over here? Oh, whoops.
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in this system.
Ah. Oh. There's no way he should have seen me, but whatever's. You know, AI is always dumb. So I could arm anything from far. Oh, that's very interesting. But for now, we're gonna do this the old classic way: stealth, up and behind. Wonder what the fighting system would be in this one, mechanically wise. That's sick. Oh yeah, that was. I believe that was from the second one. So I'm assuming they're bringing it back. Oh, unlock. Whoops. Triangle.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now, why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
How do
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Okay.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
So I was trying to stand up, but it's L3. I don't remember crouching in the first place. Alright, let's get through this, you guys. It actually looks really nice. Maybe it's been a while since I played Watch Dogs. So, huge graphical improvement for sure.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
what's the track? Let's do the takedown. Oh, fast and nimble. Nice. I could probably vault over this, right? Yes, I can. Is there like a scanner in here? Alright, let's. So there's so far. Uh-oh. Is there anything I could arm? Nope. Is that where he stops? Yes, yes, it is. Probably take him down at the moment he turns around. Also, gotta keep an eye on those other two. Oh, he didn't turn around. Still take him down. Sort of wonder if they could see bodies. I know there's another one on the right side. Or is that all of them?
They've staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
Let me crouch. I don't know who's going to be around the corner, you know? Might get caught out over here. Nice. Let me kick it open. Yep.
Right in the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
Wow. They have everything set up over here. I feel like I'm engaged in a fight or a trap or an ambush. I don't know. Interact.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake.
Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door.
Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck.
on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Any sign of the target?
I knew it.
Moving on, there's nothing here.
Oh, whoops. Who's on my left?
Keep your eyes open.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Oh man, aiming's not the best. Okay. Need that to
Bagley,
explode.
tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the destination sequence.
Oh, it's kind of hard to aim. It's not that easy. I could lock on. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I swear I shot him in the freaking head. I think headshots might be one shot. Yep. Do I ever reload? It's a little. I mean, the shooting's a little wonky for me. Come on. Oh, it's clean. Oh, back to back.
I need your physical appendages now.
What do you need?
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the Tone Conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine?
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Oh man, you guys, it's getting intense. Oh, I could sprint.
Sabine,
Wait,
what's going
R2,
on?
R2. Whoops.
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck.
What is going on?
Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Oh, nice. Oh. It's way better. Can I shoot that? Nice. One more. Oh, actually, 2 more. Reload. It's a little harder to get headshots with this gun. But I mean, for sure it's I wonder if it has impact on range as well from the looks of it. Don't just stand there. I mean, stand there so I could kill you, but in reality, don't just stand there. Oh, there's a lot of buttons I gotta mess with that I'm not used to. Kind of reminds me of a mix of Mark Wahlberg.
Bingo.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Mass massacre all around London.
A series of explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, terrorist response. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
A long-overdue cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down, following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
To reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply don't support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with mind control.
That was pretty awesome, controlling that little like spider bot. It's like the smoothest experience I've had.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Wow, so what? Do I choose one of these random people as my candidate? Who do I choose? Online convention. It's not actually. What does this guy do? Oh my gosh, let's get this guy. Seems handy. Uh-oh. It's never a good thing. You have all these kinds of songs playing in the background. Let's see how this is gonna
Glad
go.
to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
All right.
Is this my car? I don't even think this is my car. Uh-oh. Remember, driving's always been a little wonky. Am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way. So... Alright, you know what? I am going the wrong way, but who cares? The point is to get to the destination and on time. Are all of these one ways? Wait, oh, we drive on the left side. Ah, that's right. It's not like in America where you drive on the right side. Alright. Oh my god. No, I did not. Okay, she's fine, she's fine. Is this close? What's this? Oh man, this already looks like overwhelming just looking at all of this what's going on, especially the roads being like swapped up. Not that it ever matters in the game, to be honest, because like you never drive by the rules, but still. Okay, this is a one way as well. Sorry, jeez, I don't know where I'm. You know what, I'm just parked right here, doesn't matter. Most likely that wasn't even my car to begin with. So all these people are supposed to be like unique, right?
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
Very well. This manual override will be like putty in my hands.
Gotta rotate. Why can't I rotate that? Am I supposed to start from a specific place? What's going on over here?
Your rhino cakes are more charming and useful than you.
Already. Use L1. Oh, I have to. What are you doing, my boy? What's wrong with you? I have to actually click on the unlock. That's not too bad. Wait, I could only do one. Unlock. Come on.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Nice. Is he supposed to be here? Like, can I close the door? If it's supposed to be private, why is it still open? There's no privacy in here. What's going on?
Ah, here we go. Down the rabbit hole.
Oh, where are we now? In the sewers?
Hello? Anyone home? Ah, I suppose I should turn the power back on.
Yep, suppose you should. Have any of you guys ever played any of the Watch Dogs series? I think it's only 2 from what I know of. But I mean, I could be wrong. I only know 2. What is this? Looks like a mess. Looks like an abandoned arcade, like chill area on the bottom, you know? Or like a man cave.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Oh, do simmer down. Sabine brought me here.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission.
Wait, what is
this? This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Like, data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into a state we've got now where it's essentially gone. Having this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the obvious ways. Of course, there's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data, can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time. But I think there's even deeper reasons why this data empowers these huge companies to control our society and make us do things. So lots of predictive technologies which are implemented by these tech giants. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city, places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to. And these suggestions are not just predicting what we might like to do, they're actually influencing the way citizens move, think, eat, meet, and use their city as a space. So London has become a place where a small group of surveillance capitalist companies like Bloom can control the movements of individuals and orchestrate the way they move around their city and the way they essentially live, the things they do, the things they enjoy, and the life they lead. So we're really kind of outsourcing our decision making, I would say, to a huge corporate capitalist company, and there's something very, very scary about that indeed. All these technologies can be used to not only influence us to act as the perfect consumer, but also to prevent us from doing radical and revolutionary things. So technologies in foreign nations that have been used are things like heat map features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes, things like that. Traffic data can be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting, as has happened in some of the authoritarian regimes across the world recently. So what we're looking at is not only a set of technologies which make people behave as ideal consumers, but ones which actually can be put to use to prevent radical and disruptive behavior in the city, which limits the power of any kind of revolutionary force.
So, if you thought you had a private life, get used to it. You don't. And we're not going to reclaim our lives without a fight. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Buccaneer, keeping the resistance informed. Keep listening, keep fighting, and remember, nobody owns you but you.
Wow, you guys, that was a lot to take in. I'll probably leave it in there if you guys are interested to hear it all out. But or you could just skip it. That was probably like a good 5 minutes. I didn't know there was like a transcript till I saw on the bottom little toggle. So I was like, I'll try to do it in advance for the next ones. But yeah, let's get back to
For
it.
a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DeadSet network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Okay, so after all that, now we have to climb up here. Oh, I was like, can I not run or something? Doesn't run. Oh, uh-oh, you guys, you already know what that is.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad, though. It's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
Wow. These are pretty long. I actually like them. The fact that there's like a voice. Normally, if it came down to me reading them, I would probably not pay attention to those. If I'm being honest over here. What is this? A mask. Nice. So that's gonna be my future disguise. A pig head. So yeah, the one thing I got from that is...
That's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and... Oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So, since DedSec did not perpetrate the bombings, the question is, who...
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is this? There's one more. Let me see what this is. Are you guys ready?
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defense? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests? See you next week, fellow pirates. Claire Waters, out.
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this 0 day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Where's Sabine? Man, it's a lot to take in, you guys. So much data.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as 0 Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Dreadful business. How did you make it out alive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
The city's out for DedSec's blood, I'm afraid. I wish I could help, but I'd be sticking my neck out. And I quite like my neck.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
I suppose we'd better get started then.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Alright, you guys, well, I'm gonna leave it at that. So just let me know in the comments below what you think about this game, if it's something you would play yourself or it's something you would just rather watch someone else play, you know. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next episode.